Okay, let's find the domain of this function. Okay, we're trying to find the implied domain of this function. Okay, so 1 over x squared minus 2x minus 3. Hopefully by now we know that we cannot have 0 in the bottom of the fraction. So we are looking for any restrictions. Okay, we start off with a number line to assume that all the x values are good minus a restriction or two. Okay, and so to determine the restrictions, we take the denominator and we set that equal to 0. We take the denominator and set it equal to 0. Okay, I need to solve this. There's a variety of methods here, but I'm just going to use factoring because I think that's the easiest way to do it. Okay, if you need, look back and review how to factor, since I'm going to try to do this quickly here. But here we have two numbers have to multiply together to equal x squared. That's easy, x and x. The other numbers need to multiply together to be -3. Okay, so I know one has to be 1 and one has to be 3. The question is which one's a positive and which one's a negative. Okay, well, since the middle is a -2, I know the bigger number has to have the minus sign. So there we go, x plus 1 times x minus 3. Now, the zero product property says that if you have two things that are multiplied together that equals 0, then the first thing equals 0, or the second thing will equal 0. Okay, so factoring just allows us to have two easier equations to solve. All right, so x plus 1 equals 0. Okay, if I subtract 1 from both sides, I get that x equals -1. And if I add 3 to both sides, I get that x is equal to 3. So those are my two restrictions, -1 and +3. I want to make sure I put these in order too. I don't want to move those around. Okay, -1 and +3. Okay, so if these are my restrictions, then that's going to break my domain into 3 intervals. 3 intervals. The first one says -infinity to -1. Don't forget the union symbol. The second interval is -1 to +3, union symbol. The third interval is 3 to infinity. Okay, these 3 together, the union of these 3 intervals represents the domain.